Hi, it's Nanette of Do What You Love by Nanette. If we just met and you're new to my channel, I am very passionate about succulents and my channel is heavily focused on their care guides and propagation. Once in a while, I make random videos. Just recently, I got back from the Philippines. In fact, it was just last week. I made a video of the entire process that I went through when I entered the Philippines as a non-OFW, non-citizen of that country. I just thought that creating that video with that type of content would be very beneficial for my fellow Filipinos. Without further ado, let's dive in and talk about my spring creation. If you have been following Do What You Love by Nanette, you probably know by now that I launch and sell my succulent creations 3 times a year during spring, summer, and holiday season. Today's video is extremely special for me because for the very first time, I am making a video that will talk about my creations. A video that will showcase all my creations. I thought today would be a great time to walk you through my process. Some of my friends are already noticing that I love using pictures for my pots as well as teapots. I just thought that they're very charming and they present a different personality. Now, join me and let's take a closer look of these creations. These are just some of the succulents that I have for spring. I have some larger ones that my friend Tiffany has been fostering for me. I gave them to her back in January before I left for the Philippines, and she's been taking care of them since January until March, so that's like 3 months now. I just feel like she has the perfect temperature where she lives. They get enough amount of sunlight, and every time I go to her place, I am just blown away by how her succulents look like. They're all so beautiful and flourishing, just colorful and gorgeous. So I can't wait to see how they look like when I see them next week, and I'm really excited about it. I'll definitely share them with you through my website. Again, that's dowhatyoulovebyNanette.com. And if you would like to see my entire spring creations, check out my website. I typically start working on my creations 3 months before the season. There are 3 important things that I have to consider before I start working on my creations. And this will be your pot, the type of soil, and most importantly, the type of succulents that you would like to combine or plant together. In most cases, soil for succulents has to be made a little different from garden soil or they will simply rot and die. I love adding PERLITE to my cactus or succulent soil mix because I know it's truly important. And of course, I don't fail to forget my shake and feed fertilizer. I will provide the links for these items in the description box below. Since I got back, I can't stop admiring this little pot right here. Such a group of healthy succulents. Now let's talk about the right pot for our succulents. It's pretty obvious that I love using pitchers or teapots, and I mentioned earlier because they just represent a different personality. They look very charming. Let me point out this one beautiful teapot right here with healthy succulents. Look at this. You have to agree. This is pretty charming. Even though I'm super obsessed with these pitchers and teapots, I would like to remind you that the recommended pot for succulents should be terracotta and clay pots. Clay pots for obvious reason because of its porosity. Let us admire this beautiful Crassula tetragona planted in this beautiful and very festive pot. Look at the lush of that tetragona. And this one over here is a type of kalanchoe called Widow's Thrill. Moving along, let's go ahead and check out this one. I love this pot because it's very rustic. And look at that dragonfly. Although this vase is very traditional, I love the Crassula perforata. How healthy they are. Look at that. I mentioned earlier that considering the texture and the color of my succulent groupings is very crucial for me, and this specific creation represents that. This succulent right here is called Giant Chalk Dahlia. And now let's take a look at them really close. That's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed looking at my spring creations and share with your friends who actually also love succulents like us. Anyway, after not doing any succulent videos for the past 2 months, I am just happy to be back, and I will see you next time. Thank you again for watching, and always remember to do what you love.